Welcome to another video. This is not going to be Path of Champions. This is going to be another game that I really like to play. I'm actually going to move myself a little bit so we can let the commentators be there as well. But this time, we're going to be covering an upcoming game from Riot, which is Project L. I'm sure you guys have heard of Project L before. I think it is a very good League of Legends adaptation to a fighting game. And if you guys have not seen it before, feel free to check it out. But the main part that I'm very interested in is this part right here, which a lot of if you guys are not too aware of fighting games, these are the main video game developers in Japan, and they had a little bit of a few thoughts about the future of this game. So you're gonna see the translators right here, right below me, kind of translate what they're saying because they're primarily speak Japanese, and they're currently discussing free-to-play fighting games. For those of you guys who are here for Legends of Runeterra, this isn't a Legends of Runeterra video, but I think it's a very good discussion for the future of my channel because I do want to play this game on my channel when it does come out. So let's hear what they have to say.
So if you make a game free to play, you're going to have a huge player base at the start.
First of all, that is why I like Legends of Runeterra, because it is free to play. One of the reasons why I haven't been keeping up with a lot of fighting games is because in order for me to really enjoy it, I want to have a fighting game that is very fun to play with, right? And I am not a big fan of trailers. I don't think that they show you too much good gameplay. And so with a free-to-play, you can kind of keep playing fighting games as opposed to, having to pay $60 for like a trial, and then it turns out that you don't really like the mechanics of that fighting game, and then you just lost the $60, right? It's a big investment, and so I think that's one of the reasons why fighting games is not a bigger platform, is because you have to pay that entry fee, right? And that's not to say that that's a bad thing. It just means, that's just kind of how it is right now. But they're gonna bring up the most important part, in my opinion.
She's making a good point that if you release something for completely free, obviously you're going to get a large initial player base, and maybe it's a good marketing objective to try to get people in the future.
So this is a very good thing that they're bringing up right here. They're bringing up the fact that free to play enlarges the base, right? The user base for the most part, and I think that's true. I think the more difficult part with fighting games is the fact that when you have something that's free to play, you want to just kind of go on it and start playing, right? Whereas fighting games, you have to get that second opponent, right? And so I believe there should be some sort of which we can talk about a little bit later in this video, because I really do want to talk about Project L and how it can shape the landscape of how fighting games are developed or marketed or released, and we'll hear about it right now.
So talking about free to play. So of course we mentioned this before, Project L. So Harada expects that Hamiko as well predicts that Project L will be free to play. So this kind of game is going to be popular around the world. So how are they going to monetize it? Harada's very interested in. He's looking forward to how they actually turn that into a business model. And very interesting, Harada said too, if Project L is free to play and it is a success, that could completely shape how fighting games are made in the future. So he's looking forward to it.
They basically are saying how Project L can become a completely significantly more important or more crucial role in fighting game development than most people would assume. Most people think it's a fighting game with League of Legends, but it's not just that. It is one being developed by very good fighting game enthusiasts, right? It's not to say that all the other fighting games don't, but I think it's the first fighting game that is going to have a big IP, right? A lot of already recognizable characters, people that in the gaming sphere would like to play. And not only that, but the competitive gaming sphere, right? We can think about like We can think about like the what was it? I think it was the Nickelodeon fighting game that came out earlier this year or last year. Um, that it was okay. It seemed kind of fun. Um, there's also Brawlhalla that is free to play, but they don't really have the IP for it, right? This is the first time that you're seeing a good IP going completely free to play, and at least what they're saying. And if it is free to play, it brings up a lot and it shakes up a lot of parts in the fighting game industry. So for the most part, the way that fighting games work, and it kind of gets based off of like season passes and stuff, but what their season pass includes is usually 3 to 5 characters that expand off of the base game. So you have to first buy the base game and then you buy the season pass. And then from there you're able to kind of keep continuing, and this is where my Legends of Runeterra experience comes from. I don't think they should do the same thing where it's free to play for the first 10 characters and then you have to buy the other characters in a season pass. I think it should be the other way around, where all the characters are free and you're really just buying a lot of cosmetic stuff. Sure, you can buy characters or you can unlock characters by just purchasing them. I really don't mind that, but I think there should be a way, much like how Legends of Runeterra is, where if you're a dedicated player, you can unlock all of the characters. We see that in Dragon Ball FighterZ. They give you Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Blue Vegeta that you can unlock by playing the game. And it was a fun experience for my brother and I when we played Dragon Ball FighterZ. It felt like we played enough for us to get those characters for free, and it felt very rewarding. In fact, I would even say that they were a little too easy to unlock. And so if it's something like the loot boxes that they do in Legends of Runeterra, where every 2-3 weeks you have the chance of getting like a champion, right? Or once you pass these trials you can get a champion. Every season you can get a champion unlocked, right? Whereas if you buy the season pass and you go through this road, or maybe you play the story mode of this character that they're introducing, you're able to get like a specific color or an alternate color or a different dialogue or something like that. I think that's kind of where they should be going. I don't want to give Riot too many ideas, not because I'm like the perfect game developer or anything, but a lot of opinions and stuff like that. They got someone they have someone that they pay to make these decisions. All right. They shouldn't be looking for me, and if they do, they better reach out. There's no reason for them to just say like, we are a huge multi-million-dollar company and we want the audience to help dictate the game, right? I feel like that is for them to decide how they want their game, and then it's for us to receive and get feedback after the fact. But I think, if there was some sort of season pass where it does not revolve around you paying to unlock the characters, but rather paying to get the costume for that season pass, or to go through the story mode of that character, right? Or for it to have like a boss rush. I know Maximilian, I really like his content for the past like 10 years, but I really like that he does those boss rages. And if you were to create this boss rage every month, where if you beat it, you get to unlock the character, that would drive so many people to play, because even though it's not 1v1 where all the veterans are winning and all the newbie people are just there to farm points for the veterans, I think having this solo play, you go through the season event, you're able to beat the main boss in order for you to get maybe an exclusive costume or to unlock the character early. I think that's where they can go for a free-to-play fighting game. How else do they monetize things? Skins are obviously one of the easiest things. Stages are one of the easiest things. There's something that I have not seen in a video game, or at least in a fighting game, that I would really, really like. And that is not only have custom skins, but custom assets. So think about this, right? Let's say that we have a construction worker Ryu, right? And I'm just thinking about Mario, right? But you know that Mario costume? Let's just pretend it's Ryu in there. And instead of Ryu firing a fireball because he's a construction worker, the fireball now turns into like this little oily ball, right? I think having far more cosmetic changes like that would be great, because now you can attach those to your loot, right? To your weekly crate openings, or once you pass your missions for the day, you're able to get those things. And understanding, because it is free to play, you can monetize, or in another way, you can unlock all aspects of it. You know, NetherRealm Studios has done that before, where you're able to customize. In Injustice 2, you're able to customize Superman's armor and stuff like that. So you can definitely customize as much as you can, and I would really like to see in a free to play. Obviously not in the first year. It might be a little too much to, you know, have Riot create this like AAA fighting game that the budget is like 10 million and it's free to play. That's going to be very impossible, but that would be a way that you can continuously monetize for other games like Street Fighter 6, or maybe like you know, if there's a Marvel vs. Capcom in the future, that's definitely something you can do. Maybe think about this, right? Marvel vs. Capcom comes out, it's free to play, and the movie, what's the next movie? Let's say Moon Knight is coming out, right? Because it is coming out very recently. Now, the season event is all about Moon Knight. It's all about playing against Ghost Rider, because that's another mystical kind of dude, playing with Blade, right? Maybe those have already been introduced, but the boss character is Moon Knight that you're trying to defeat. And then the next one is Miss Marvel. Now you're able to try to be Captain Marvel, because she's your idol and you just want to be just like her, and so she's always training you. And so the season pass revolves around you fighting characters that lead up to Captain Marvel, and that can be the season pass. And you know, when you beat Captain Marvel, not only do you unlock her for free because you paid the battle pass, but maybe you get like a Kamala Khan Captain Marvel color. Or if you're playing because Kamala Khan is the one that's going to be unlocked, you buy it, you unlock Kamala Khan immediately, and if you're able to beat Captain Marvel, you get the Captain Marvel color scheme, or you get instead of you doing your punches that stretch, maybe your punches stretch out and it's like the fire, right? You can come up with so many different aesthetic things that I haven't seen fighting games do. Maybe it's just too tough, maybe you have to create so many different character models that it doesn't work, but I see a lot of different things in first person shooter games be able to do that. I've been able to see like RPGs being able to consistently change their character model, so I don't understand why it's so much more difficult for fighting games. So please, if anyone has any idea, let me know. I am more than free to discuss it in the comments. Thank you for watching this short video. I'm just trying to make sure that we continuously upload at least once a week in my channel. So if you like seeing me talk about Legends of Runeterra and slowly moving into things like Project L, I actually have another video that I want to discuss based on this video next time. So, you know, watch out for later this week, if not early next week. But thank you guys so much for listening, and I shall see you guys next time. Peace.